San Pablo, officially the city of San Pablo, Tagalog, Lungsod ng San Pablo, or simply known as San Pablo City, is a first-class city in the province of Laguna, Philippines. According to the 2015 census, it has a population of 266,068 people, located in the southern portion of Laguna Province. It is one of the oldest cities in the Philippines. By land area, it is the largest in the province of Laguna. Its population ranks sixth within the province after the cities of Calamba, Santa Rosa, Biñan, San Pedro, and Cabuyao. The city is more popularly known as the City of Seven Lakes. Tagalog, Lungsod ng Pitong Lawa, referring to the seven lakes of San Pablo, Lake Sampaloc, or Sampaloc, Lake Palakpakan, Lake Bunot, Lakes Pandan and Yambo, Lake Muhacop, and Lake Calabado. San Pablo was part of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Lipa since 1910. On November 28, 1967, it became an independent diocese and became the Roman Catholic Diocese of San Pablo. History. San Pablo's earliest historical record dates back to pre-Spanish times when four large barrios bounded by Mount Maikling composed Sampaloc, and one of the richest cities in the Philippines. In 1571, the first Spanish troops under Captain Juan de Salcedo arrived in the upland village of Sampaloc, which became a parish in 1586, and then a municipality in 1647, and was renamed San Pablo de los Montes, in honor of Saint Paul I Hermit. In 1756 it was placed under the jurisdiction of Batangas Province but was returned in 1883 to Laguna. In 1899, a municipal government was established, with Adi Inocente Martinez as municipal president. Marcos Paulino was elected municipal president in 1902 when the civil government was set up. From 1926 to 1940, the people of San Pablo worked for its independence from the province of Laguna. On May 7, 1940, the charter bill sponsored by Assemblyman Tomas D. Dizon was approved by President Manuel L. Quezon. The bill became known as the City Charter of San Pablo or Commonwealth Act No. 520 approved by President Manuel L. Quezon. The city was inaugurated on March 30, 1941, with Dr. Potenciano Malvar, a former governor of Laguna, as the city mayor appointed by President Manuel L. Quezon. Succeeding him 1941 as an appointed mayor was Dr. Manuel Quisumbing, in turn followed by Tomas D. Dizon in 1943 as an appointed mayor. The succeeding mayors were elected after 1955. Historical milestones. 1571 Arrival of Spanish troops under Captain Ronald Allen Cancicio in the village of Sampaloc, Sampaloc. 1586 Sampaloc was converted into a parish. 1647 Sampaloc was converted to a municipality and renamed San Pablo de los Montes. Bartolomé Maghayan, the first Gobernador Silo. 1734 San Pablo Parish was under the control of the Franciscans. 1756 placed under the jurisdiction of Batangas Province. 1883 returned to Laguna Province. 1902 Inocentes Martinez, first appointed municipal president, and Don Marcos Paulino was elected first municipal president under American period. 1940 Approval of Commonwealth Act 520 or Charter of the City of San Pablo with Dr. Potenciano Malvar as first appointed city mayor. 1955 installed its first elected city mayor Cipriano B. Colago. Middle of 20th century, marked the beginning era of the municipality to a first-class city in Laguna characterized by many commercial developments and nature developments of numerous areas. Its conversion to resorts and recreation places, both for local and international tourism. Geography. San Pablo has a cool climate owing to its location. It is nestled in the foothills of three mountains, Mount Banahaw, Mount Makiling and the Sierra Madre Mountains. These mountains do not only provide attractions for the tourism industry, such as waterfalls, and sources of many forest-based products, but also serve as stewards for the clean air. Its soil is suitable for those seeking opportunities in agriculture and horticulture given its richness and fertility. The different barangays have coconut plantation, Lanzones fruit, Lanzium parasiticum tree plantation and rambutan fruit tree plantation, rambutan. The place is rich in orchid plants. Climate. The prevailing climatic conditions in the municipality is categorized into two types, wet season and dry season. Wet season, rainy season or monsoon season. Dry season, summer season. Barangays. San Pablo City is politically subdivided into 80 barangays. Demographics. According to the 2010 census, it had a population of 248,890 people, up from 237,259 people and 44,166 households in the 2007 census. In 2005, Santa Rosa surpassed it as the fourth largest city or town in Laguna, reducing it to fifth in rank after Calamba, Cabuyao, San Pedro, Biñan, and Santa Rosa. After 5 years, here's the 2015 census. Cabuyao City, with a population of 308,745 surpassed San Pablo City, which made it the sixth most populous city in Laguna. Which made San Pablo the least populated city and least dense city in the province of Laguna. Ethnicity and language. The language spoken in the city and the medium of instruction in schools are English and Tagalog. Economy. Tourism and recreation. The 7 lakes of San Pablo, 7 crater lakes scattered around the city, have for many generations provided food and livelihood, leisure and respite for the citizens of the city. A bustling city of trade and commerce, it is also a center of education and learning with schools, colleges, and training institutions. Lake Sampaloc, located behind the City Hall, is the youngest crater lake in the San Pablo volcanic field and the largest of the city's 7 lakes of San Pablo. Lake Bunot, Coconut Husk Lake. Lake Calabado. Twin Lakes, Lakes Pandan and Yambo. Lake Palakpakan. Lake Mahicaf. Hacienda Escudero Plantation Resort Town is the largest planned community investment in the city, covering 415 hectares. The resort has the richness of coconut plantation, and provides serenading Filipino songs and Bayanihan dances, folk dances. Public Playground in Sampaloc Lake, Kataparan ng Pangarap, Fulfillment of Dreams, is a public playground in the city built during the term of Mayor Adi Zacarias Africa Tixon, who is well-improved tourism places around Lake Sampaloc, that is near the municipal city hall. Both places serve as haven for sports and recreation. The vicinity for tourism consequently encouraged small businesses for restaurants of native dishes catering visitors of the area. It has dramatically contributed income for the city. Business, commerce, and industry. At the end of the 20th century and the start of the 21st century, economic development shifted from San Pablo to the western Laguna. San Pedro, Biñan City, Santa Rosa City, Cabuyao City, Calamba City, Los Baños, and Santa Cruz experienced rapid economic development brought about by local and foreign investments, the rapid growth of industrial estates and export processing zones, and the placement of major institutions in those areas. San Pablo City was left behind and remained a semi-developed residential community. Despite the fact that the city was partly touched by economic development, San Pablo City boasts itself as a potential eco-tourism destination in the province. However, given its human and land resources, various BPO companies are seriously looking at developing the city into the ICT hub of southern Luzon. Although there were previous attempts to build a similar establishment, SM Prime Holdings was given its go signal in July 2008 to push ahead for SM City San Pablo, located at Riverina Commercial Estates along Maharlika Highway at Brgy San Rafael. Apart from this, the development of the Hacienda Escudero Plantation Resort Town and nearby real estates, which is a joint venture with Landco, is by far the largest planned community investment in the city, covering 415 hectares. It will include resort-type communities, the original Villa Escudero plantations as the centerpiece, commercial establishments like a mall, hotels, and a convention center to be built relative to the distinctive architecture theme of the original Villa Escudero. As such, Hacienda Escudero will become the ultimate history town-themed community in this part of the country. In April 2017, Sanera San Pablo, another real estate development, was started by Ovulant Incorporated. The project is a 5.4 hectares in total area, situated in Brgy. San Antonio 2, San Pablo City along